Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Dom.
What's happening?
Shut off this music here. All right. Go. Okay. Adjust the camera angle a little bit here. Over here. There we go. Oh. Wow. Got a lot more monkeys than me, and I knew you would.
Yeah, there's about 16 of them lined up here.
This is all I got to show the boys. Two 1/64 scale stock cars. I
Nice.
customized them a little bit. Won a few races with them.
Cool.
I'll show the guys later. I went to Harbor Freight. They got a new a 4-inch digital caliper.
Oh, I have that one.
Yeah, and I didn't know they made the smaller one. I was like, this is great. It takes up less space in my race box with my controllers and stuff.
Yeah.
So, because I'm always constantly measuring wheel diameters and tire sizes, and then overall mounted. And it's the usual one. I guess like yours, like this with a black thing on there.
Exactly the same. Extra battery and everything, right?
Yeah. That's good. It's I'm gonna buy like at least 2 more. I'm gonna buy one for the other race box for my drag box, and this one will be for my road race box, and then I'm gonna buy another one just to keep in my toolbox at work, because I don't have to get up and walk all the way across the lab and take one of them out of the toolbox that we got there.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff I'm measuring is very small anyway. I mean, this thing for me for the HO slot cars, 2 inches is plenty. So this works for me. Got all these different. I had a one of those first generation AMT ones. I was going to dig out from downstairs. It was made into a stock car for slot cars, and but it was destroyed. It was all beat to shit.
No.
I don't want to upset anybody if they ate dinner. You at work or at home?
I'm home now. Yeah.
Home.
This is my most recent one. This is based on the most recent release. That first came out in 97, 98.
Is that the Revell one?
No,
or
this
the
is
AMT?
AMT.
AMT.
But I converted it to a 71 front end.
I see. And you put the hood scoop on, or you converted a hood to fit?
Yeah, I converted the hood. That's the hood I did mainly for a friend of mine. That's got this hood on. Actually, I think 3 or 4 of my friends have the same hood on their cars.
Yeah.
So, still needs to be finished on the underside, but it's getting there. I'm gonna make a mold of it, cast it.
Nice. Hi, Pat.
Hi, how you doing, guys?
What's going on?
Are we all hanging in there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What
Old man is driving me crazy.
I'm driving me crazy.
Yeah. At least you could deal with it.
Huh?
At least you could deal with yourself.
I don't think so. I had no desire. I'm trying to work on the models. My wife is yelling at me. I'm getting so crazy and upset with this. Yeah.
Oh man.
I hope we have a country then, did you?
I know.
Yeah,
It's very, very scary, very sad.
place is coming apart at the seams.
I don't know, Dominic. I don't know what the answer is. I have the answer, but it's only going to make matters worse. I'm a law advocate. You know, I'm associated with a lot of police in my personal life. They all say the same thing. I'm a veteran military parent, so my mindset is law and order. But how I would do it is not good. You know, I like those Apache helicopters, attack helicopters.
Mm-hmm.
That would do a job real quick.
Yeah, yeah. That
And you know, I understand this, but then when you have officials like we have with this asshole Cuomo and this other asshole for the mayor, that's what makes it bad.
they're not doing anything about
The
it.
aggravating part. You know, you want to riot, you want to protest, fine, yell, scream. God bless you. That's your right. But man, there's no sense in harming people or burning down buildings and looting and whatnot. That's so not right.
That's the whole thing. You want to protest. You want to have peaceful
Right.
protest. Fine. You lose your ground by doing all this other shit. Sorry.
Oh, absolutely. This just makes matters worse, but they don't care. What I start laughing at is they want to take over the government, take over the military. Could you picture these people trying to take over the military?
Yeah.
It's a laugh. It's my son's in the military. My wife's cousin was in the military in later time, and we have some wonderful toys that people don't know about. So I'm told. Can you imagine them trying to take over the military? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But you know, it's so stupid. It really, I don't know. It's depressing what we've come to. Whose cars are those?
This is all my Monte. Well, it's the tip of the iceberg of my Monte Carlo
Oh
collection.
my God, I didn't finish them. Okay, now, are we at the dentist office or what? Ernie?
Yeah, I'm removing the windshield insert from an Auto World 2005 GT40.
Oh,
Because what I do is I take the windshield insert out, and I get rid of all the side glass and everything, and just leave the front windshield, and then I grind it down so there's just like maybe a quarter-inch strip connecting the front and rear windows, and then I just glue it to the inside of the roof in one spot. Try to take as much weight out as the top part of the car, you know.
yeah, but you have to have one. How about the side glass? Doesn't that affect handling?
No, you don't need it. You kidding me? These things got magnets that holding them down. These cars that I'm racing with, these particular type of cars. The plastic that Auto World uses is so soft, which in a way is good. But I mean, I just used a little grinding ball, ground off two little tiny, swaged over tips, and then I got to take the wire brush and clean out the ball. As it melts in there. Hey, how's that looking there?
Hey, Dominick, you working?
Not right now, but yeah. Next week I'll be working 3 to 11.
Okay.
This week I'm on 7 to 3.
Oh, okay. So they alternate every other week. All right.
Yeah.
My wife went back last Thursday.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to stay home at the end of July to get the $600 a week.
Yeah, next week I'm going to start going back to normal 1 or 2 days a week. What I do at the electronics lab out in Mount Sinai.
She had to go back because if they offered her the same job, same pay, and if they tell unemployment we offer her a job, same pay, then she wouldn't get unemployment, so she wouldn't have a job and no unemployment. So it's a lose-lose situation. So she went back, but the upside was her car is a 2016 and it's leased. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the salesman called me Friday and he told me that they want her car back. I said, I'm not ready to give her car back. I have 9 months left on the lease. And I'm going to have to buy her a new car. So he says to me, why? I said, she only has a 3-year, 30,000-mile lease. So she puts more than 30,000 miles a year on a car. I can't lease a car. He proceeds to tell me, well, she's an employee of Volvo. She's well-liked. And I'm going to offer you the same type car, a 2020, only 1 month payment down, and we give her a 45,000 mile lease. So I say to myself right away, this saves me the trouble of buying her a new car. I said, okay. So Tuesday, I brought the car in. We like the red with the white interior. Well, you really can't pick out a color on a computer. This car came out to be a cinnamon red, and she loves it. I look at it and I have to start squinting. I mean, it's really bright. The interior is beautiful.
What kind of
And
car is it?
Volvo.
Oh, it sounds like that. Remember, Cadillac used to always have that color.
I don't like the cinnamon red. I like more of a ruby red, but it's
Yeah.
her car. And they must have changed the pigments since I saw it last. It's very nice. It's a lease, 45,000 miles. The interior is white interior, absolutely gorgeous. And it's very easy. The leather that they use in Volvos is very easy to clean. I don't know what the hell they do, but it's so simple to clean. So she loves the car. I said, look, the same amount of money every month, you're getting 45,000 miles on a brand new car. The sound system is what the hell is it called? Ernie, you would know about it. A Harman
Carter?
Yeah.
Harman Carter.
Absolutely kick-ass.
Oh, yeah.
It's beautiful, and she's happy with it. Oh, thank you so much. I said, look, a new car like that costs $55,000. Why should I buy a new car and have all that expense?
We were buying Harman Kardon audio components in the late 60s and early 70s.
It's awesome.
A home stereo.
So she's happy with it. So for 3 years now, and he told me in 25 months, once you start reaching 43,000, we're going to call the car back. Okay. I said, I bought mine. It's a 2018. I bought mine. How's I lease? Why buy one? You know, he's pumping a bumper for 48,000 miles. Screw it. To me, I thought I won. Best thing happened to me all week. Besides my birthday Monday, I turned 73. EPIA.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
happy
all.
birthday.
Thank you. I tell you guys, I'm starting to feel the age.
God damn. Got me by 6.
I got to finish my Monty, my Ford 2017 and the 86 El Camino will be finished by next week. Then I got a shitload to build. You know what I bought? Guys, listen to this. I belong to a few on Facebook, a few model clubs. Well, this guy built the Alucard. You know, remember the Alucard?
Mm-hmm.
He painted it in black with those decals. Oh my God, how beautiful it looked. So the guy was running a special, two fizz. So I ordered, you have to build it, 2 Alucards. One of them to do pro white and one of them to do in jet black, like the guy did. And that's, you ever guys ever build it?
No.
No, I at one time I got, my friend Ron Bradley that comes up from Maryland for the shows. I when they reissued it, I got a case of them. I think it was 6 kits.
Okay.
Because if you remember, in the model magazines back in the day, every special model that somebody built this was from the Alucard, and this was from the Alucard, and this was from the Alucard. Right. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to part these things out. The only thing is, those kind of hot rod kits don't part out good. You know, like there's a bunch of stuff you can part out, but it's like the whole chassis and suspension and all that cool stuff. It's got to stay all together, otherwise it's useless. You know,
Right.
You take the rear axle assembly out, then you got nothing. So, I did all right, but I didn't work out as well as I thought it was going to. Same thing I got from him. And he gave me a real good price. I got from him the Raider coach. The Ford Vienna Raiders. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. It's got the 2 400 GTO engines and everything. Yeah, you can only build it like that. They're not separate blocks. So the whole thing is, you can only build. There's one engine assembly with 2 engines molded together.
Okay.
Supercharged and everything. So, the big tires sold and everything. And and I used to sell all the. They had all the amplifiers and all the music speakers and all that stuff came with it, all that kind of stuff. But it didn't work out as I thought. But like I said, it didn't. I didn't lose money. Let's put it that way.
Really is a cool kid. I remember seeing a car show when I was, back in the day in the early '60s, the New York Coliseum. I'm gonna work on that now. I got some nice shit to work on. I'm getting a new patio for the backyard, so I'm excited I can work outside in the summertime. I bought my dehumidifier for my spray room. Oh God, it's like 3 buckets of water a day. So much for living near the beach.
Well, we don't have central air here. We got a big one upstairs where I'm at. We got a smaller one on the main floor in the living room, dining room area, and then I got a big one in the back bedroom where I got the old folks. So my brother and I got everything fired up, took the covers off, and got everything fired up today. So
Okay.
I think by around 10 o'clock tonight, once we get these thunderstorms and everything, we should be in good shape. It's starting to cool down now and there.
Yeah, I didn't go out at all today. I just one of these days. I have a crummy tummy for 2 days, and I slept all day. Starting to feel better now, and can't wait to get out tomorrow.
Yeah, I had to go running around today. My mother's been waiting since March to pick up her new eyeglasses. So now that things have calmed down a little bit and I got her used to wearing a mask, I said, you only got to wear it when we get out of the car. And go
We
with
still
it.
have to do that?
And the manager of the place came right outside and fitted her eyeglasses. She didn't even have to get out of the car.
Oh, we're still working with the virus? I thought right now we're working with rioting. Oh, okay. I haven't gone out, really. I got to go out. We're going to get out this weekend. Dominic, what town do you live in?
Hot
Okay.
Here's where I'm working here. It's an Auto World GT40.
Nice.
It's not a GT40. It's a 2005 Ford GT.
HO?
Yeah, 164. Yeah, and
Okay.
so I got to take this big. You really can't see it, but there's a big insert. It's a light pipe on the
Oh,
inside.
Ernie, I was reading about. I thought
I
about
take all that out.
There's a place in Brooklyn called Buzzarama.
Yeah, I know Buzzy for many years.
It's still in existence, isn't it?
He's still there. You know, him and his wife are well into their 70s, and he you know, the only reason it's still there is because his father owned the building, and I guess he inherited it all. So he still owns that building. It's the same place, 69 Church Avenue, where it's been since I was a kid reading about it in model magazines, slot car magazines. He's open on Saturday and Sunday. He doesn't live there anymore. Him and his wife live in Connecticut. So he goes, so I said, well, what if we want to do, like every once in a while, we get a bunch of guys from Jersey, we get a bunch of guys from Long Island and from the city, and we would go there and have a special day. We all pay a flat fee, and we use all the tracks. It's kind of like, like a closed house,
Right.
And so he goes, I'll do it, but if you want to do it, it has to be on a Monday or a Friday. I'm not coming in the middle of the week. So we're doing that.
What scale track?
It's the big commercial 8-lane slot car tracks from the 60s. They're all original American raceways tracks.
What scale?
It's 164. 160. I mean, 124 scale. They're all the big ones,
And you don't have any?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I had the track when I
No. So if you go there, what would you use?
Oh, I have cars. Yeah, I have cars. I just don't have the track.
You have 124 scale cars?
Yeah, I already started selling some off when I went with Bob Years up to Massachusetts.
Are you gonna go?
Sometimes I get together with guys to go there,
I would love to go there.
It's cool because, I took my brother there because, he's 8 years younger than me, and he missed the whole boom when all the raceways were around.
No.
So I brought him, and I said, look, just look past all the clutter of the boxes shoved under the tracks and everything. I said, but look at the size of this place. This is a palace. The guy had 5 tracks in there, I think he has 1, 2, I think he has 4 tracks in there now. One of them's the big American Blue King, you know, and then he has the Monarch, it's the orange track, and then he has a small yellow track, and he has a little Baby King. It's cool, and he has so much vintage stuff, but it's, you know, we've been trying to tell him, Buzzy, look, we'll come in, we'll help you go through everything. You know, we don't want stuff for free. All we want is first dibs on something. Because he used to come to Super Bowl Sunday, and him and his wife would bring a couple of suitcases full of all this vintage stuff from the 60s. And he'd be standing on a chair in the corner of the room, and he'd start having an auction. You know, what's my bid on this Cox original chassis? $100 start, you know, and everything. And the guy would make so much money. But he used to do a mail auction in 1984. We used to put bids in through the mail.
What part of Brooklyn is he in again?
It's the 69 Church Avenue. I think if you go straight up off the Bell Parkway on like what's the name of the road? I'm not good with it there. And every time I went, somebody else drove it. Said, I didn't know that.
Was it Buzzarama?
Buzzarama, yeah, 69 Church Avenue.
I'll get back to you in a minute. Where's Vinny?
Vinny, it's right there.
No, but
looks like Vinny's in Oakdale.
Oakdale.
They're having there's a cruise night there every Thursday, and tonight, when they leave, they're heading past a friend of mine that passed away. They're heading past his house. He lived 3 doors down from my kids. My son's been sending me videos of the cars passing by.
Gotcha.
Vinny, your microphone's shut off. Your microphone's shut off, Vinny.
Hey guys.
There you go. You got to turn the phone the other way. Turn the phone sideways so we get a good picture. We're just getting a little vertical slab.
Yeah, you had a good picture before. It was the other way.
Yeah, got to turn the phone sideways. Oh, man. Yeah, so my guy just delivered the pizza, so when we're done, I'll have my dinner.
Hey, Ernie?
Yes, sir.
I have it right now on the map. It looks like, let me see. It's not that far from Fort Hamilton Parkway. So I'm going to say it's, I'm going to put money on maybe Bensonhurst.
There's 2 roads that go straight up to that area from the Bell Parkway, and that might be one. And
Fort Hamilton Parkway, does it?
Yeah, there's another one, and if you say the name, I'll know it. But I'm not.
McDonald Avenue.
No, I don't think so. It goes right off.
Runs into it.
Goes right off the Bell Parkway. I forget the name.
Okay, wait. Okay, what you come off the Bell Parkway? Actually, Ernie, it's route number 27, which is Sunrise Highway, which when you go into Brooklyn, it turns into Linden Boulevard, which turns into Prospect Expressway.
Yeah, but on the Bell Parkway, I think it's Flatbush Avenue. I think that goes straight up to it from the belt.
Let's see.
Like I said, the few times I went, I had other guys driving.
Expressway. I would. Wow, that is Bensonhurst. Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know from that.
I have to get there again. I was there once with my cousin. I was about 12 or 13, and he got his license, so we went, and we rented cars. It was a hoot. Now, Ernie.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I have a controller. I believe it still works. I used to use it when I used to go to the one in New Hyde Park. Slots are us.
Oh, Slots a Lot?
Is he still open?
Slots a Lot is in Franklin Square. Yeah, it's still open.
I believe
woman owns it now.
Vazio controller. You ever hear of it?
What kind?
The Fazio.
DeFalco?
Or DeFalco. You plug it in, you adjust all the settings.
What the hell did you buy one of those things for?
I don't know. Boy,
You could have bought yourself 2 dinners at a big restaurant somewhere. That thing had to be at least about $300.
it was like 2 and change. I got hung up in the moment.
Yeah, screw that. I
Well, I
use
still
regular
have
controllers.
because I used to use it a lot and it was cool. But it's still in my toolbox. I would like to take a ride to Buzzarama. Bring back some fucking memories.
I'm getting a text from Pat. Not joining you guys tonight. See everyone in 2 weeks. Say hi.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, Vince is not joining either.
He was just on. He was at the the cruise night over in
Okay. Yeah, he told me that.
Where's the other guy?
Rags?
Yeah.
Well, doesn't this meeting start at 7:30?
Is Richie coming on?
Yeah. Rich is supposed to come on, and Rags will be on in a little bit.
Who?
Rags will be on in a little bit. He said about 20 after.
Okay.
No one else is coming on, Greg. Nobody else.
We'll see. Last time we had about 9 or 10 people. So
I don't think we're going to have any meetings until September, looks like.
I've been keeping an attendance sheet.
Eh.
I've been keeping an attendance sheet right here, so I'm going to fill it in now.
Oh, we in phase 1, phase 2. What phase are we in?
We're in phase 1 for Long Island.
Well, I know Riverhead is not going to be open this year, so I can have stock car racing. I set up my PlayStation 3, so I'm getting my racing fixed that way.
Yeah. And Pat, didn't you just say that we may not have like an in-person meeting until September?
Probably.
Yeah, I heard you just say that. That because they said by that time we'll be over phase 4, and they said most of the social distancing restrictions will be lifted by then.
But I don't think we're going to have a show this year.
Probably not, but keep expectations low.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had 10 people last time.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's a nice day. A lot of people are outside doing stuff because it's hot, even though they have to travel around with all the masks on and shit.
The mask really is good for other people, not for yourself. I read an article that the mask is not good when you wear it because you're breathing in your same air. I don't wear it when I go out if I'm by myself.
Well, they said if you're not with many people outside, you don't have to wear a mask.
No, I don't. If I hang out with my friends, whatever, I'm like 10 feet away. We're good.
Yeah, but when you go in a store, you got to wear it.
Yeah, we don't have a. I hate the mask. We bought bandanas that
Right.
Close your head. Even that.
My brother-in-law made me this out of the bandana right here.
When I went to get the car Tuesday, when I went to get the car, yeah, right. While I walked into my wife's service area, she said, "I don't want to hear your mouth. You got to wear a mask." Oh. I said, "Okay." Well, I can't work with it.
When I bring my parents to their specialists and stuff like that, I go there, I park, I call them, I said I'm here, okay, and then they call me when it's time, and they come in, and we put the masks on, we go in, and they bring us right into the treatment room.
I have in my.
And then you got to keep the mask on all the while you're there.
I got the Perel. Now I'm constantly watching my hands when I go out, constantly.
Oh yeah.
What I like about it, I was never crazy about shaking hands because sometimes I do that. Now we don't have to anymore.
Well, when I do the shows, you may not notice, but right behind my white shelf unit, there's a pump bottle of hand sanitizer.
Yeah, you know what? It's not a bad
Like when I
idea.
do that slot car show, or if I do like NNL East or our show, I shake hands all freaking day.
Yeah,
So I'm
really.
like, hey, how you doing? And then I hit it. I'm like, don't be insulted.
No, I agree. I agree.
Well, I do have to say one thing. When next time there's like a big show somewhere, after all the social distancing is over, there's going to be a lot. People are going to be a lot more sanitary.
Hey,
When,
Rich,
my daughter likes to go to those Chinese buffets, and we bring a bottle of hand sanitizer and leave it on the table. And every time they go up, I tell them, hold the plate with one hand, use the tongs with another hand, and only do that. When you get back to the table, clean both your hands.
absolutely. Hey, Rich,
I mean, just anywhere you go in general, not everyone's 100% sanitary or clean. I mean, some
hey,
people.
Rich,
What?
were you watching TV this week? I don't think those people worry about social distancing.
Oh no, idiots!
Uh,
All that stuff.
No, I've heard stuff on the internet about people doing all sorts of crazy things. I agree.
Ernie, you're old enough to remember. You might be of 1968 all over again.
Oh yeah,
You
Yep.
know?
yeah. You were out of school. I was still.
No, I was in the Navy then. I was
Oh yeah, but I mean, you were out of high school.
yeah, I graduated in 65.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get out till 71. I remember like the first Earth Day. I remember I was
Remember that?
that was in May of 70, so I was a junior.
Yeah.
First Earth Day. I remember that. Yeah, you know how we celebrated? We all went out. There's like this bridge that goes over a stream, because we got a lot of little streams around here. And there's a bridge that goes over this stream, and we all used to hang out down there, and that's what we did that day. We hung out down there. We hung out and smoked weed. Earth Day. Yeah, let's smoke the earth.
What are you going to do? The world we live in.
Listen, I got a link from my Auto Week, because Auto Week went digital now, unfortunately, the magazine. But I get a lot of stuff, and I got this link, but it's a mile long, so I'm going to type it out and send it to Bobby, and then he could forward it to everybody. And it's a Warner Brothers Batmobile documentary, all about from then till now. And show you all the Batmobile shit for who's ever interested.
Sounds cool.
I grit my teeth when I cut while I'm cutting like this. Because you know how translucent plastic is so brittle?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm doing right now, trimming it. You'd be surprised. It makes a big difference taking that little bit of plastic away
Yeah, I know.
from the roof. Just a little bit, and it just reduces the weight. It also lets a little more air into the motor, so the motor can cool off.
Well, when we have Rich on, he's going to be telling a little story. So if you're going to be doing that while he's talking, make sure you.
Yeah, I'll shut it down.
You can just mute yourself.
Yeah.
When I'm in the video chats with the other groups that I'm in, whenever we're going to do Dremel work, we have to mute ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, is this really loud? Is it really loud?
Sometimes I can't hear Pat talking.
Oh, okay. All right, I got one more cut to make, and I'll shut it down.
Yeah, sometimes like the dogs bark or kids are moving or jumping around in other people's chats. I can't hear the rest of you guys, and sometimes it cuts out. So
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. I'm parking the Dremel.
This is a special one I've been working on this week.
Let me put my glasses on so I can see. Ah,
This is a resin body I got off of eBay, a 58 Biscayne.
wow.
Let me see. Where is it? Let me get back to you.
Yeah, you can click on my picture.
AMT just did a new release of that model, right?
Yep. Well, that's where all the parts, the donor kit comes from that.
Yeah.
Now, Dominic, is that resin?
Yes. Yeah,
Now,
they
where did
never.
you get that from, Dominic?
I got it off of eBay.
You did the chrome and the painting?
Yeah. Yeah, it came. It was
Very
just white. It was white resin when I got it.
I
These
don't know how
are,
I would make that model, but did it,
what's that?
custom lowrider or whatever.
Say again.
I don't know how I would build that model, stock or
Yeah, well,
retro model.
I always like the two-tone paints on these cars, so I figured I would do
Yeah.
this with the two-tone.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is the body like? A seafoam green?
I think it was called something wood green. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Dominic, did you use an airbrush?
Yes.
Now, what kind of paint? What brand?
Model Car World.
Really?
Lacquer.
Now, I'm
Yeah,
using a
they're
lot
lacquer.
of Tamiya, and what I do is I take it out of the can and put it into a bottle, then I airbrush it.
Yeah, I do that too.
Now, I have on oil. I also use House of Color for some of the weird colors. I do that when I use the show pieces, like for custom work and all. I mean, it's expensive, but if you're into it, But Tamiya makes some sweet colors.
They do. They make a lot and a large variety of colors.
Yes, I just got the other day the 37 Ford delivery truck, and I'm going to paint it green and yellow like they did back in the day.
Yep.
And I got some nice kits I have to build. I built that years ago.
Well,
I built the Aero Coupe. Yes.
This is the brand new one. This is a kit, and
Yeah, nice.
I got the Tamiya paints for it.
Yeah, they make a nice selection of paints, and it covers well.
They have the red and the blues for that.
Blue, petty blue.
Yep.
There's a story behind that petty blue. When they were painting their first car, they ran out of paint, so they kept on mixing different type paints to get to that. They kept a log of how much they used of what paint, and hence they got that petty blue, and that's been a signature color.
Yep. Well, that guy that runs the guy that runs that Savino's models, this guy, his father worked for Petty on he worked for SCP and got the Petty SCP contract.
Nice.
Now
That's who's putting out all the NASCAR models.
Yeah, and they're still good friends with the Pettys, and they're putting out all the Petty NASCARs now.
Yeah, he bought the Revell Monogram NASCAR toolings.
Yep.
Dominic.
Yeah.
In 1992, when he had his farewell tour at his shop and his residence, we went, and I'm a big Petty fan.
I was there.
You were there?
Yeah.
Well, we got there 2 days early. We were camping. We brought our trailer. We went to the museum. Oh, my God. Incredible.
Yeah.
I step outside, and who's out there except the king? I was at a loss for words. My wife had pictures. I got his autograph, the whole bit. I was at a loss for words. It was like, oh, my God. And very gracious man. What a location. He since moved the operations, I think, to Charlotte. But back in that time, that was the shop, and his father lived there.
Yeah.
And the museum was there.
That's where they put the museum, the old race shops.
I want to we were going to go down this summer, but with all this shit going on, but I wanted to go back to him, and I wanted to go to the Richard Childress Racing Museum again. And that's where all the Earnhardt cars are there.
Yeah, I told my we weren't married yet, but I told her my fiance or whatever the hell she was then. I said, because I stopped and I talked to some local yokel, and they said, yeah, just go down this road, make a left, and that's it. And I'm going down, and I'm saying to her, I said, if I pull up in front of this house and I see them 4 square white columns on the porch, I'm going to shit a brick.
Yeah.
Sure enough, that was it, man. It was amazing.
Yeah,
they had the Torino in there when I was there too.
Did he? And we were camping. We had the trailer there, and I had my custom van. So we were touring the countryside before the visit to the museum. What that was a great trip. My wife and I had a ball. But a long time ago. But we wanted to go back this year and take the vet down there for a ride. But still closed. I don't know what the hell to do. I'm waiting for the shops to open. I want to get down there. Beautiful country down there. We were planning on staying in Mooresville, nice hotels in Mooresville, and I wanted to get over to Earnhardt's hometown.
Kannapolis.
Oh God,
Kannapolis.
They have in Earnhardt Square memorial to him. And I want to visit it.
They got a big statue and everything.
Were you there?
I think we drove through quickly.
Beautiful country. Because I was a big Earnhardt fan too. Met him once when he won the championship at Imus Studios, Long Island. Because I worked in Long Island City.
Yeah, well, my nephew, who's now 42, is a big Earnhardt fan, and he.
Who?
My nephew. He's 42 years old. He lives in Florida now. He was a big Earnhardt fan, and when he was on Long Island, he was out at Old Ramp Chevrolet signing, and it was the afternoon that he had won the pole for Watkins Glen, and they brought him down in a helicopter, and the line went all the way around the building, the showroom.
Wow.
So we went in there, and I got I brought stuff for my nephew, and we each got a thing signed, and then we got back online and went all the way around again. So that was the only time I got to meet him.
I shook his hand, and I remember it was strong and it felt like leather. I never felt a hand so rough in my life.
That's how Ed Roth's hand was when I shook his hand.
Holy shit!
A big monster paw, and it was very rough.
The guy never worked out. He never worked out in the gym.
Every color under the sun was in Ed Roth's fingers, in his nails and everything, cuticles.
He chopped wood to keep in shape. That would do it. Petty was very gracious. Those were nice days gone by. Good memories.
Yeah.
Especially for a racing pool like me and my wife love NASCAR racing. We enjoy watching it now. Even though there are no fans, it's real racing. Bristol was a hoot. You see the race the other day?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Logano and Elliott.
I was so happy Logano crashed. But I didn't want to see Elliott crash.
But we're watching. I said, babe, this ain't over yet.
No.
Kozlowski's laying back in third spot. I said, this ain't over yet. And they touched the bang. There you go.
Yeah, and Logano gets all pissed off, and I'm like, he likes to dish it out, but he don't like when it happens to him.
Hello.
And it's not like the guy tried to put him in the wall. He just threw it up. That was racist.
He races aggressive.
That was
you
racist.
Know what? So does Elliott. Elliott's a good driver. He can be a good boy, but let me tell you.
Yeah, well, his old man probably told him, "Don't back down."
No, what happened? Before the incident with Hamlin, he was a quiet, unassuming driver. Then Hamlin took him out. He said, "You wrecked me." Well, the next race, he did get back at Kyle Busch, which I'm happy about. It was an accident. Okay, let it go. Don't carry it on.
He gave him the finger, though. He got out of the car. He got out of the car when Bush came by. He's standing there giving the finger.
But, he was a good driver. And they wrecked. I said, son of a bitch. He went up. He lost traction, went up into Logano. Shit happens. You get your air off your quarters. It's going to happen.
They passed each other like 5 times in 2 laps.
Yeah.
What the hell are you going to do? They're racing.
This week it's Atlanta. That's another good race.
That track's fast. I was at Atlanta for the last race before they reconfigured the track and made it like Charlotte.
Right.
My seats were right on the start-finish line. My girlfriend and I, all the way at the top. And we could see everything. We could see all the pit stops.
Nice.
Saw the big wreck on the back stretch. And then where we were, that became the pit lane. and they had built all the big buildings on the other side already, you know. And and then on Monday morning, I went back there, and I said, "Yeah, I want to sign up for the breakfast, and you take 3 laps in your car. You sign an insurance waiver,
Right.
for $15, they give you breakfast, and you take 3 laps." And they said, "Oh no, we can't do it this year because remember yesterday, Richard Petty had the backhoe and he started digging up the pit road and everything. As soon as the race was over, we were like, oh." I said, "Man, I drove all the way from New York and I can't run now." But yeah, I remember that now. That was 1996, and I remember Dale Jarrett won the Busch race and the Cup race. That's when he was really hot.
That was good stuff back then. Good racing. Yeah, we used to go camping, go to the races. We had the trailer. Those were good times.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
Bobby, how you doing?
Good. How's
Hey,
it?
We're going to start the meeting in a couple minutes.
Is Rich on?
Yeah,
Rich
Rich
can hear. Rich can hear us.
Can we hear Rich? Oh, there he is.
Okay. How you feeling, Rich?
Feel good.
Good.
Lately on Mondays, I've been going to my buddy's house down the street from you, so I'll try to give you a call. I'm trying to go there a little earlier in the day so I have some more time. Because I go there for a couple hours, we stay in the open garage and run the slot cars for a few hours, and then I go do all the weekly grocery shopping for the family afterwards.
Dominic? Oh, Dominic?
Yeah.
The place where you purchased your Resin 58 Biscayne, are they still selling them?
Probably. I'd have to look on eBay.
What's the name of it?
I don't remember. I'd have to look.
You know what I found? I got it from Jimmy Flintstone about 5 years ago. I found it in my stash and it's still in beautiful shape with a 56 Ford, you know, the Crown Victoria, chopped and with fender skirts attached to it. Now, I never built the resin kit. I know once you make a mistake, you're pretty well screwed. But I want to build it. And I found the Continental kit that I bought as extra to build it as a custom. Is there any tricks on how to build a resin?
Wear a mask.
Yeah, if you have to do sanding on it, definitely wear a mask.
Okay, understood. How
Yeah,
about
it's basically the same as a plastic kit, only that you have to handle it a little. It's not as flexible as plastic, and to glue pieces together, you have to use crazy glue. You have to use some sort of super glue.
Yeah.
Or epoxy.
Okay, but how about prepping it for paint?
Prepping for paint, all you do is wash it. You know, wash it real well with like either Wesley's white wall bleach. You can let it soak in there for a couple hours, and then wash it real well. Let it air dry, and then just prime it like any other kit.
Like any other.
Yep.
Of course, I have this wild blue that I love, and I think it would be great with that blue and a white interior. But I don't like the bucket seats that come with that kit, the 56 Ford. The bucket seats look kind of like I don't know, chintzy. So I have to look and get 5 nice bucket seats somewhere.
Yeah.
Your friend Ernie has a lot of seats.
Make sure you test fit everything.
Do you,
Before you paint it.
Ernie? You have bucket seats?
Rich is telling you make sure you test the paint on a scrap piece or something.
No, test everything. Test fit everything before you start gluing shit together, especially your windows.
That he means.
Yeah, you want to test fit everything.
Yeah.
Agree. That's a very important step in general.
It's definitely not the same as working with plastic.
Okay.
Right,
Okay. All right.
And if you can do the sanding outside.
Yeah, because what I use for the windows in all my models is the tested white glue. Because if you make a mistake, you don't harm the plastic.
Yeah, or the Aleen's. They got the clear gel.
But I looked at the model, and it does need some sanding and some flash to come off. But I do want to build it because the top is chopped. It's a pretty cool piece. But I never worked at resin before, so I'm a little skeptical.
Yeah, I don't like even handling it because I don't really know.
But I want the kids, so I want to build it. I want to build a lot of my kids. So yeah,
I work with resin all the time. I mean, all this whole front end is that's all hand cast by me. To convert the 70 Monte Carlo into a 71.
Interesting.
Yeah, I also found a 55 Ford convertible, but the bumpers and the grill are molded in and they're not chrome. I said, okay, how am I going to paint this now without getting the stuff on the grill and the bumpers?
But they're not chrome, right?
No, they're not chrome, no.
So what I would do is just mask them off if you can, and then paint the body, and then just use that Molotow pen on the chrome.
I would like to get the Molotow pen and put it in an airbrush and spray it. I think that would be better.
Well, they do sell a bigger jar that you can transfer. You could use that, or what I do is I transfer the pens into an empty jar.
But the pens don't have that much. They don't have that much ink in them.
No, but it almost filled up a little tester's jar.
Did it really?
Yeah, it almost filled it up.
That's all we need for a grill.
Grab the 4mm one because those are the ones people don't buy as much.
Yeah, go to Hobby Lobby and use your 40% off coupon.
Yeah, well, Hobby Lobby.
They're all closed.
They should be opening. They should be opening soon.
Yeah, well, hopefully. I'm going to call the corporate office. I have good luck getting people to talk on the
I have
phone.
enough kits I have to build. I want to do that Alucard kit next in black and in white, the two of them. Because when I saw him do that one in black with the decals, it was just awesome.
I'll be right back.
Oh, by the way,
What you doing?
say what?
What's up, Richie?
Bobby.
Yeah.
I had called Men at Arms, and he's open now.
Oh, he's open again?
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
That store's not that good.
Is it Jim? Is Jim? He still didn't sell the place?
He's still around.
Wow.
That store's not that good.
Well, he's easy to browse around, like unlike Bayshore, which he has like tons of shit and it's impossible to get through. But Men at Arms, is like one of those old time stores.
Yeah, we used to order slot car parts for us.
Yeah,
Kits.
it's open, but you have to wear a mask. And I called him Monday just to see. And like I said, he was open, and he's going to be ordering me more Tamiya paints because Bayshore's still curbside pickup only.
Huh. And when did the gun stores open?
They what?
Hobbies?
The gun stores.
Uh,
I need more ammo.
Did I show you guys this last week? It's
Yeah.
the Mustang. I made it looks like an aluminum diplane. I made it out of a piece of Mylar, chrome Mylar, bent it, glued it in there, took the bumper off, did some decals, made the glass, yellow glass, and then I just made a little bar chrome bumper in the back. But that'll be going in the drag race box very soon. Supposedly June 20th, we're supposed to have a race with 4 or 5 of us over in Valley Stream in the guy's garage in the afternoon, but only if it's going to be nice weather, so that we could open the garage, open the walk-through door in the back, and open the roll-up door in the front, so that we get clean air. And then we're going to have what do you call fan on the floor underneath the tables where we keep all our boxes and pit areas. That's going to be sucking air out.
I spent a lot of my Ernie. I spent a lot of my early teenage years at the hobby stop because they had a track, 125th scale.
Yeah.
Oh man, I spent on the weekdays when I had time, I spent the whole day in that store, buying kits, building them, racing them.
Yeah, I love doing that stuff. When I had the big slot car store right here in Massapequa, man, I was there all the time. My buddy, who was my age, John, in school, he got real good at building the brass chassis. I started painting the bodies by hand, no spray, all brush from the inside out. I used to letter them from the inside out. And the two of us and one older guy were the racing team. The older guy used to wind the motors and everything. And he would drive us around and we'd go to race against the other raceways. That was a lot of fun back then.
Yeah, it was always a lot of fun. Building models is still fun.
Benny Russo just texted me back. He said there's about 50 cars at Oakdale.
Wow, I thought they canceled all the car shows, even
No.
the
The official car shows on the weekend have been canceled, but guys are starting to meet again, like with Oakdale and Belmore is starting to pick up a little bit.
Okay.
Guys close, but now you give it Robert Moses Field 4. They can't go to OBI. Captree, because the fishing boat fleet owners has a contract in New York State to allow so many spots for cars for the fishing fleet customers. So now they said, okay, OBI is going to be ripped up and redone. You guys can go to Field 4, Robert Moses.
Again, they're going to redo that OBI area?
That's what I heard.
Wow.
Now,
Bobby, did you ever get over there? Remember you asked me where it was? Your mic is off. Oh, okay. Yeah. You go there, there's everything down there.
Oh, yeah.
One guy's got a Lamborghini, the next guy's got a chopper.
I mean, so it's all good.
Sure.
Even we went to Captree the other day, last week. I was speaking to some guys with the tuner cars, and I have my vet. We were talking, and my wife is into cars too now. And she got more knowledgeable since she's working for Volvo and hanging out with me. They thought she was the coolest. Wow, a woman that loves cars. She said, "Oh yeah." So then she showed a picture of her car, and I said, "She's a 350 with a 4-barrel. I have a 455 I could get my hands on and drop it in there with the right kind of help, but she don't want to do that. She wants to keep it stock. She wants to keep it stock and quiet. So she tells one guy he had a loud exhaust, and I wanted the car to be as quiet as a pussy cat. Well, they didn't hear cat and they started laughing. I said, guys, she said cat. Oh, I said, you heard the word pussy, and how do I tune everything else out? We were laughing. Nice guys. And we were talking about how it was back in the day when I did street racing. They thought it was so cool that like an old guy still loves cars that much. I still love them. I adore them. I still build model cars. And it was nice. I had the Mustang guys come down there. Of course, I had my vet. So there's a rivalry right there. And we were just kidding around with each other. Some of these Mustangs are nice. Guy had a 500 GT, 700 horsepower. Oh, I'd be afraid to drive it.
Yeah.
But you know what? A car guy's a car guy, period.
Ford's going to release a Mach 1 again. It's going to be above the GT and below the GT 350 Shelby.
Oh, the Shelby.
In 1970, I wanted to buy the Boss 429 Mustang.
Oh, boy.
That was when they raced on the track.
Imagine if you had that now.
Oh, my God. I wish I had
$250,000
car. My ex-wife wanted to have a family. So I bought a car with a back seat. 428 Cobra Jet.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Was that car ass-kicking with the shake and scoop?
Is that the Torino?
The Torino.
That's what I learned how to do burnouts at Mole Ford in Amityville in 1970.
The car was rated at 335 horse.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay. Kiss my ass. I went to S&S Speed Shop, who built my 442 5 years prior to that. I went in there, set up an appointment. I said, I want the car dyno tuned and put in a dyno. Okay. They got the car to 445 horse. I said, that's more like it now. I said, now we're talking. And they dyno tuned it, and that car was ass kicking. It was fast.
I used to rev that thing like
Back seat. It was about 3 years
6,000
old.
RPMs. Forget it. I
And
used to just
I
smoke those
dropped the
things.
clutch. Daddy, go faster. He loved when I dumped the clutch and it went back. He loved that.
Yeah. And those tires that came on there, they're like F70 15 polyglass white letter Goodyears. They didn't stand a chance. You know, the one we had on the lot, it had the Detroit locker, it had the 4-speed and everything. And I used to just, boom, just bang right off the clutch pedal. I'd bang second gear, and then I'd have to slam the brakes on so I didn't go out into Albany Avenue.
Yeah. They didn't have great brakes.
Well, you just had disc brakes in the front and regular drums in the back.
I always said, I have my 442s. I tell my friends who used to race and all, I said, if they get these cars to handle and brake, we'll have something. So,
Yeah, well, that's what they do now.
Huh?
That's what they do now with these 18-inch wheels and these giant disc brakes around and everything.
Yeah.
All these different handling packages. Everything's got a 4-link. Everything's got coilovers.
Ernie, my Volvo is a T6. It's got 316 horsepower, turbo and supercharged. Now I can change the driving mode. When I put inside dynamic, I can't give it gas on the expressway. She'll jump to 120 with no problem. I said, this is a pocket rocket. It's just incredible. And the way it handles for a stock-based car, I said, shit. And I can get more power if I put the performance package on it. Why? It handles almost as good as the Vet.
Yeah, why do you need that? Why do you need performance package? Good enough.
Exactly. My wife has 250 horsepower in her car, and that damn thing's a pocket rocket. The Europeans, man, they know how to build a car with the performance, the handling. I got to give it to them. I hate to admit it, but it's the truth.
All right, guys. What do you say? What do you say we let Rich start the meeting?
That's what I was just going to say.
Yeah, if you guys don't mind, everybody mute your mics.
Mute your mic.
This way we can hear Rich without any troubles.
Okay.
I think he's got a little story for us too. So I'll come back on when he's done, and we'll continue onward. Thanks, guys. Rich, it's all yours.
Okay. All right. Bobby asked me to give you a little story about how I got hobby, and I guess I probably started when I was around 11 or 12. Basically, my mother's house is right on the corner of Merrick Avenue and North Jerusalem Road, which is definitely a good spot for cruising back in the day. And we'd sit out there on the grass and watch the cars go by and stuff. And, oh, I got to have that. I got to buy that and this and that. You know, you're only 11, 12 years old. You don't realize what money is really all about. Anyway, I would buy kits and basically build a box stock. At the time I started, I really didn't know anything about paint, or if even jar paint was even available back then. And I would just put the stuff together, you know, basically if it was molded in white, that's the way I put it together and put it on the shelf. To this day, I'm not one-to-one to put everything that's in the box on the model. I know through the years when you buy built-ups, they've got every antenna and mirror and spotlight and louver and decal that came with the thing, but I was just guilty of a lot of glue when I would put my stuff together. Anyway, as I was building through the years, two of my buddies that were, you know, they were built basically the same way I was. Their older cousin lived with them, and they called me up one day and they said, "You got to come over to the house. Our cousin Ronnie, he built an El Camino out of an Edsel." So I said, "Well, I'll be right over, you know." So anyway, I go look at it, and he had taken an Edsel and cut the back off and used hard cardboard to make the pickup bed and the sides, the wheel wells, and he had painted it black with scallops. It was the craziest thing I had ever seen. Well, I think I spent the next 2 months begging him to build me one. So long story short, he built me one, painted it green with white scallops. And that kind of got me hooked. And then there was another friend of mine whose father was actually an artist / sculptor. And back then he definitely was a hippie. And got hooked up with him, and he was building a lot of Ed Roth type stuff before Ed Roth was building Ed Roth type stuff. So he was molding a lot of stuff, and I couldn't figure out how there were no seam marks, because it took me a while there to convince him to give me his secret. And he was actually using house spackle to fill in the seams and sand down to so you wouldn't see the lines, where you attach something or make a fin or whatever. And then basically, I just continued from there. I kind of got out of it when I went into service. That's why I say sometimes when I go to shows and I see a kit and I'll say to somebody, when the hell did they come out with that? And they'll say, well, 65. Well, 65, I was shooting gooks, so I missed out on a lot of stuff there. So, but anyway, I got back into it a little bit when I lived in California. Nothing serious, just a few things. And then I moved back to New York. My parents' health was starting to deteriorate. So I moved back. Combination, I had left TWA and came back here. And Kevin had run into Mr. Bill. He had gone to one of the shows at Polytech, and he had already joined the Lawyers. And then he called me up and he said, hey, this is club. I think you might want to join. And basically, the rest is history, as we say. Right now, at this point, I have finished 17 models since the lockdown.
Wow.
Most of them were already started by me or in collections that I had already bought, missing pieces of broken this, broken that, whatever. I still have 3 more on the bench that are 90% complete, that I'll have them done within the next couple of weeks. So that'll make 20. I backed off for a while because I've run out of shelf space, and I spent a couple of days repainting the lawn gnomes. The wife was going to throw them out. I said, oh, we don't throw them out. We just repaint them. So I painted 8 of those. So, just,
Nice.
but, the hobby to me has been, when I really got back into it in the 90s, was like when Bob's there in Bayshore, his first location was across the street from the bank where we used to cash our paychecks. And they used to give us an hour on payday. So I went over there one day, and I was like, oh, man, I had one of those. Oh, my friend had one of these or one of those. So the next thing you know, I'm buying kits every payday, and that's basically how I really got back into it in the 90s. But my thing is dioramas. I really like doing dioramas more than anything. I like telling a little story, trying to come up with something people haven't already, the garage thing is like common. Everybody does a garage or backyard thing. I was trying to, for a while there, I had thoughts of trying to do a car wash with real water.
Oh,
But
cool.
It just, I don't know, it just kind of petered out. The idea is there. I have a lot of stuff that I bought and gathered to do it, but I just never really put it myself to, right now I have a diorama in hold. I still haven't gotten a base for it. I'm doing a 60s type hamburger stand. So I have everything I need. I've sat here probably 1 week and made so much French fries and hamburgers and milkshakes and soda bottles and food and sandwiches. And so I got all the stuff. I got all the people. I got all the cars. I got the building. I just can't find the base light enough to be able to transport. And I want to light it up. So I need a base that's going to have a board that I can put a base around so I can hide the power pack so I can light it up. But
Hey, Rich.
that's really where I'm at. Yeah, go ahead.
Talking about the food, you make it or do you buy it?
I made it myself.
How the hell do you make Coke bottles?
It ain't easy. It's just a matter of the finished stuff you can find for sandwiches or donuts. If those guys can do it, I can do it. I mean, some of it's made out of clay, some of it's resin. Some I cast some resin stuff myself.
Wow, that's talented.
I got all kinds of trays and I for the diorama for the outside counter. I made my own squeeze bottles of ketchup and mustard.
Holy!
I made my own napkin dispenser with paper in it. You pull on it and the paper will come out of it. I cut up a plastic cash register and added a roll of paper so that it looks like when they're adding up the total, it's coming out of the register. Cups, ice cream.
Wow.
Ice cream, like tubs with ice cream in it, different flavors.
My God.
Ice cream. Like I say, I got a ton of stuff. It's just a matter of
My God.
coming up with the right base to mount, because I'm going to mount the building permanent, and then the cars and I'll just transport. But it's got to be. I'm not exactly in the best of anymore. It's got to be in the transportable ease for me. When you go to these shows, besides a suitcase full of cars, you're going to have a board that's going to be at least 3 by 3. So
I wish I could do that. Wow.
yeah. So that's really how I got into it. And I was thinking about that today. I
Wow.
entered back in the day when they had the car show in the New York Coliseum. Revell had model contests in conjunction, and I built the car and won first place one year that I entered it. It was a 60 Corvette that I put quad headlights in the front, but vertical, a bubble top that went up and down, swivel seats that swiveled. I grafted, I don't remember, I think, because it's a long time ago, was from a 60 Pontiac, some kind of custom doodad from like one of those 3-in-1 kits where they used to give you all that extra customizing stuff.
Right.
I painted it candy green. I put a Chrysler motor in it with 6 carburetors. I wired it with my mother's black sewing thread. It was a black and white interior. Most of the stuff that I used on it was from the Revell parts packs, the wheels and rims, the engine, the bubble top. And then I had a nice trophy. I was thinking about this today because I was trying to think of what to talk about. And of course, when I went into service, my brothers fucked them all up and cut the top off the trophy and shit. But I also had built a 60 El Camino to match a guy in the neighborhood 60 Impala. I cut the top off because I wanted to make it convertible, but I put 59 Bonneville taillights in it, tube grill, but with single headlights in the front.
Wow, cool.
Chrome reverse rims. The other day I was looking, I still have the plaque that I won for that car.
Nice.
So, yeah, but
That's awesome.
I've been doing it for a long time. I enjoy it, obviously. Like I say.
Let me ask you a question, okay? Because I find this true for myself. It's like bringing an old friend through your whole life. It gives
Yeah.
me confidence and throws me back into a better time,
Hmm.
better frame of mind. It's like an old friend that never left me.
Right. Well, that's
You know
why
what I'm trying to say?
when I build, I like to listen to doo-wops when I'm building.
Oh my God. Oh geez. I thought I was the only one. It's like better than
Yeah.
taking a drug.
Yep.
That's I get like a hot. Even though it gets aggravating, and you sit there and say, okay, you know what? Let's put it
Yeah.
back. Let's walk away, then come back to it.
Hmm.
It's like it
Well,
never left you.
I I just finished a 23T that I found the other day. I was looking. I've got a Henry J that's just a matter of attaching the nose to it now. But I was looking for some one. I know I had some spare parts and stuff, and I came across this body. I must have painted it 10 years ago. So I had put it away, and it had a resin chassis. So I, you know, I I just basically had a spare parts out of my parts box. I threw it all together, and then I was looking at my, spare engines. I was going to put a Buick motor in it, and I said, no, that's too common, blah, blah, blah. So I wound up putting a hopped-up four-cylinder Nissan motor in it. I put a header on it, and, carbureted naturally and all that stuff. And so now I got this green T-bucket with a Nissan motor with a chrome valve cover and a header and exhaust system, and threw some license plates and taillights on it, and
Neat.
called it finished.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Hey, Rich, before we move on to the next segment, I know you can't see it, but you brought it up. Your first win. This was my first car that I won with also. Back in 1989, it's a 53 Corvette. I thought it was funny how yours was a Corvette also.
nice.
Interesting.
So just
Yeah.
Very cool.
that there. Rich, did you have anything as far as like business wise? I know we were talking about a little bit earlier
Well,
about the next meeting.
I talked to Paul Drago today. He said he was going to try and get on, but on Thursdays, him and his wife go to visit his mother-in-law. So Thursday's not really a good night for him. He said he was trying to get on, but he said by the time he usually gets back, we're all done. So, but basically, he said you wouldn't recognize him. He's got hair down to his shoulders now and a full white beard.
Wow.
So, but he's building, and basically his wife is working because she's a nurse, and he's basically at home, and like the rest of us, waiting for this bullshit to lift.
Yeah.
He was talking about maybe coming over to my house next week to social distance in the backyard so we can at least see what the hell each other's building and whatever. But now, business-wise, nothing really. I've been I had to leave a message for John Henry at the rec center. I'm waiting for him to get back to me to just kind of touch base with him to see
What's going on?
if he has, if there's any news about, what the town of Freeport may be thinking as far as, events at the rec center. So we'll have to wait and see what turns up. But for now, that's about really all I have.
Can I just add one thing?
Go ahead.
With the Freeport show, just keep low expectations for that, because by that time we should be out of all the phases, provided another wave doesn't start. But just keep low expectations. Don't expect it to happen because they might have more laws or rules in place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that, Rich, that social distancing still may be in effect.
Yeah, but that definitely would hurt us because you can't have. You don't know what they're going to say as far as the amount of people you're allowed to have.
Right.
We had 300 or 400. You're not going to be able to have a show.
No.
Masks or no masks. So.
Well, the social distancing might be lifted by stage 4, depending on progress in cases.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we just have to play it by ear.
Well, like I said,
Really, all we can do, right?
expectations low.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with that.
Unfortunately, you know, you can't have a show for social distancing. That's not going to work.
All right, guys, in keeping with our theme from for this month, I brought out a bunch of Monte Carlo models. I'll give you guys a quick tour. Starting with the earliest. It's my replica of my very first Monte.
Nice.
And we go on through the years to 77. This is 78, 79, and 80 promos. This is one I'm working on now, just customizing the front end to make it a 71. And over here, one of my other cars, 84 Monte SS.
Nice.
I see the fastback.
Yep, that's the 86 Aero Coupe.
Yeah.
87 actually, if I'm right.
No, first year was 86. They only made 200.
Interesting.
That was the Battle of Thunderbirds at NASCAR.
Yep.
That was only they only make 200 real cars.
In 86, yes. In 87, they made 5,700.
Wow.
And they were doing it on the Grand Prix also.
Yes.
Yep.
The Grand Prix one is rarer though. They only made like 1,000 of those or something.
And then these are the original 70 to 72 promos, which there was also a couple other colors which I didn't bring out. But
So a real one last year at Belmore, an 87 Grand Prix. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
But
You know, I think someone made a resin kit of one of those Grand Prix with NASCAR style Grand Prix with the fastback, the civilian version.
I'm actually converting the NASCAR into a civilian version.
Yeah, but I remember hearing about a resin one some local guy made. I don't know. I don't know if he was still around or if he ever made it, but that's what I heard on one of the model cars forums.
I'd like to find it. It'd save me a lot of work.
I like the first generation was always my favorite, the first gen one.
Yeah, well, that's what I have in my garage because it is my favorite.
What do you have? What do you have?
I got a 70 Monte Carlo with a 4-speed bench seat. Right now, it's got fender skirts on it and everything.
A real car.
Yes,
1-to-1.
350 with a 4-speed.
Nice.
Basically, right now, it looks kind of like this one.
Yeah.
Same hubcaps and everything.
Vinyl top on yours?
Yes.
That has a 4-speed?
I put the 4-speed in it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, they only made 1,600 with a 4-speed.
Yeah, my cousin had a 350 with an automatic. He wrecked the car. Yeah, he had it about 8 years ago. We took it out in the rain one night, lost control of the car, and he wrecked it. Yeah, it was kind of
Very
shocking.
sad.
Yeah.
This
Hey,
kid used to,
Pat, did you have anything that you wanted to share as far as the club
Yeah.
goes?
To be honest with you, I have to repaint the bottom quarter panel, the clear brand. I start sanding it out and went through the paint, and I have to retouch it up. When's the next meeting?
2 weeks. That's gonna be
18.
I'll share the details. I kind of got myself in a funk with all this shit happening, and my wife really gave me hell and let me realize how good life really is, and I can't let all this shit get to me. And she's right, because it's out of my control. You know what I'm saying?
Out of our control, so you just gotta put up with it to the best of your extent.
Yeah, but Richie, it's kind of depressing.
Yeah.
And Rich August is going to agree with me on this. You know, going up and being in the military and doing the right thing, and respecting authority, and you see shit like this happening. But she is right. It can't affect my life personally, because I can't enjoy my time. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, man. I know.
So when I go downstairs in my workshop, like I stopped working on my trains to build cars. In the wintertime, I'll go back to the trains. I just love building. I ordered more models. I have so much paint now, and I want to get back to banging them out. And she's right. And tomorrow I'm going to get an estimate on my new patio, and I have a nice backyard, and I have woods behind it, and I could sit on my deck, my patio, and build, which I put some music on and just hell with the world. I can't let it bother me. And what are you gonna do? Everybody's different.
And speaking of cranking out models, when this pandemic, ever since this pandemic happened, I've got out like maybe 18 to 20 models. When previously when I was working more and stuff, I only barely managed to finish like one or two sometimes.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Greg. Hey, Bobby. Bobby.
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Let me ask you your professional collector experience. I went on before the meeting the Model Roundup. You ever see that site?
Model
Roundup? Yeah, I use it all the time to see what's coming out.
Okay. I have a fetish for station wagons. Love station wagons. Okay. I came across a 1960 Ford Country Squire station wagon. It's four in one stock. Okay. Drag, police, thrill, and stock. Okay.
Right.
It's
Is it
made.
a vintage kit? A vintage kit?
What?
A vintage kit?
Yes.
Yeah,
And
it'd be expensive.
yeah, what they're asking is $249.90.
Wow.
Now, my wife asked me what I wanted for my birthday. I said, I need nothing. So she bought me flowers and she said, whatever you want, I'll get you. And I'm looking at this now and my tongue is starting to quiver. I said, wow, it's a nice kit. The only thing is, okay, basically, I lost it now. I have to see. It's a promo kit, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so it's
No, it's not a promo kit. Meaning, let's see.
It's a curb, not a curbside.
No, it's not a curbside. Let's see. It has the chassis, and it's a molded one-piece chassis.
Right.
Okay, and you have to detail all the pieces. The interior is a promo interior, molded and bucket seats, and of course the body.
Right.
It comes with nice decals, and it's a mint kit, and all the chrome and leg pipes and fender skirts and the moon disc. And I'm so tempted to say, yeah, get this for me. What do you think it's worth it?
What year is it?
1960.
1960 Country Squire.
Yeah, it's molded in turquoise blue.
Wow.
Who made it?
Hubley.
Hubley. Oh, it's a Hubley kit. Okay, got it.
It's not metal, it's plastic.
Yeah. Is it 1/20th scale? Because they were known for that.
1/24th.
Okay, but keep in mind it actually rounds out to 1/20th. Because I heard Hubley used to make kits like that.
Oh, I don't care.
I worry about warpage on a brand like that.
No, Ernie, it's not a promo per se. It's made out.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes the off-brand companies that aren't mainstream model companies, sometimes the plastic they used wasn't the best.
I hear you. He guaranteed it's in perfect condition.
Okay.
Okay, but I have a fetish for station wagons. And wow, this is nice. I would love to get my hands on a Chevy 2 station wagon, but Bob, you have any?
Nah.
Nah.
The C2, wasn't that made into the funny car or something? Or the gasser?
Yep. Nova Dogs. No, not overdose. What the hell is it called? Yeah, it was the early Nova, and the engine stuck out. The engine was behind the driver, and it stuck out the roof in the back.
But I was wondering if that could be converted back to stock, or will be require a lot of work, because I think they altered the fenders or something, the rear ones.
Yeah, it's altered wheelbase and everything.
Yeah, you don't want that.
That's a drag kit.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass to bring it back. I have a Maverick drag car, but not an altered wheelbase. But the kit was a Johan kit.
It was Johan.
I lost the motor. But I found in my parts pack a chrome 427 Ford slide oiler.
Right.
So I'm thinking of putting that motor in there. I don't know.
Hey, Pat, this is the only 58 resin I can find on eBay right now. It's the wagon, the sedan delivery. I have a couple of these too, and it's pretty nice.
That's very nice.
It's a Flintstone kit, I believe, and I have
Yes.
to see what the price is.
Now, what's the donor kit? A 58 Chevy, obviously?
Yeah.
Yes.
Valor AMT.
Yeah, there's 6 of them available, and it's like $16 plus shipping, $4 shipping. So
But
it's not bad. For $20, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, $20.
Pretty nice resin.
Hey, Bobby,
Yeah, I'm here.
I saw also, because you're an expert on these old kits, obviously.
No, I'm not.
Well, no, you have enough of them, and I respect your opinion and knowledge. Of course, you won't sell me one or two, but that's a story for another day.
I'll sell them. I will sell them. Just pay my price.
Of course. Of course. Of course. It's like, I'll come to us like we'll score an old model instead of drugs. Bobby,
Yeah, I'm listening.
a 1960 Buick Invicta convertible, 3-in-1 annual.
Right,
It's mint,
right.
okay? $349 a month on.
That's high. That's high. And
Hey, Rick,
what year was the Ford Squire?
60.
1960.
They got a 60 118 scale right now on eBay for $74.
1/8
118.
or 118. That's the big ones. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but is it metal? It's probably a die-cast kit.
It's probably I gotta look for you. Let me look.
Probably a die-cast kit if it's 1/18.
Hold on. Station within. It's not saying. I have to look it up. Diecast, probably.
Most likely.
Yeah, probably.
I just wanted to so officially right now our show is still in limbo because people have asked me here and there, and I forget how we left it. We were going to buy the trophies without the
A year?
date, without the date.
Yeah.
Without,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
But I got to contact to make sure that they're even open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know if that business is open yet.
Yeah, that's the problem, Rich. Maybe we should wait till next year.
That's
And
what I think. I mean, I think just cancel it for this year. And, I mean, it's too iffy.
It is.
You know what I mean? I mean,
Very iffy, Rich. We got $6,000 in a checking account, which is good. Rich, if we come back in September for a real meeting, are we still going to have the auction?
probably not. I mean, it's
But
I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean,
I have guys that have not paid their dues yet, obviously.
well, then they could be dropped out of the club as far as I'm concerned.
Well, they couldn't pay because we shut everything down. Now, Rich, let me ask you a question.
They have U.S. mail, you know.
Rich,
Thank you, Bobby.
You got it.
they have what, Bobby? Repeat.
U.S. mail.
I understand that, but you know how it is, Bob. Come on. You got to poke and prod them. You're right, but,
Yeah.
you know, Rich, I had guys that already paid for some trophy packages.
But that's okay. We
But
use it for next year.
Exactly.
well,
If we don't, then the money, they don't have to worry about it for next year.
right. That's
We're
what
not
I'm
giving
thinking. I'm going to give them credit. I'm not giving them money back. I'll just give them credit.
Yeah, I always pay for mine up
Right,
front.
exactly.
Okay.
Right.
All right. I'll give them. I have made a notation. I know who they are, and I'll give them credit for next year. Because I don't think they'd want their money back. They're not the type of guys that would do that. So I'll give them credit for next year.
It's
I'll
like,
have 6 guys who didn't pay their 6, 7 guys.
yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, I'm paid up for NNL. I'm paid up for
Yeah,
the
Hater. Yeah.
Dixie show, and I'm paid up for a slot car show in October that's supposed to happen, which didn't happen March down in Maryland. And if it don't happen, it's just all going to carry over. That's all.
Well, it wasn't that a combined NNL East going to happen in New Jersey in September.
Yeah, but it's not looking like it, Rich. They get, you know,
I
he's
would
talking
count
about
on it.
1,500 people.
Easy.
Well,
Easy.
I know. Well, the indicator is if that show's canceled, then generally we can't have our show. That would be the indicator.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
1962. Buick Special Station Wagon with trailer.
That's a rare kit. No,
Three-
it's not. It's not all over the place. Put it that way.
$349. Would you believe this shit?
Yeah.
I know.
Wow.
Station wagon you want from me goes for $175 in the box.
The F-85?
Yeah.
All that is nothing.
That's the high. What?
There's nothing like customizing parts. It's a promo kit, basically.
What? The F-85?
Yeah. They don't have any customizing parts.
So you make your own.
No, I'm not saying. Yeah, these fucking kits are outrageous.
Yeah, all the old stuff. I mean,
Because they're not making them.
yeah,
I know.
you know, Jerry Cabrera, he told me he's going to find me a 61 Lincoln AMT annual. He told me like 3 years ago he was going to do it. And then he was like up and down because we found this cane for him and everything. And he doesn't do nothing. He doesn't do nothing because I want to write out the whole story. I'm going to send it to Bill because that kid has to do with me getting started in the hobby.
Okay.
You know, and getting transferred from being a model airplane builder to a model car builder and then a slot car racer. And that's how it all happened. You know?
By the way, Rich, I really liked your story, and I love listening to him, and that's why I made that suggestion to you, because when we used to go to the diner, I used to go home laughing all the way.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good. But what was your aha moment when you say, I got to get into this. I got to do more of this?
Oh,
When my friend built that El Camino using an Edsel and using cardboard, hard cardboard,
Right.
like the cardboard that you would find back in the day. They used to use a cardboard in the new shirts when you bought a new shirt.
Right.
There was much cardboard in it to keep it shaped when they had it on the counter. He used that thickness of a not a box cardboard, but I can't think of. There's a name for it, but I can't think of it offhand. And the way he formed everything and sanded the cardboard to make the wheel wells and stuff, it was just amazing to me. And everything was painted with a brush.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, wow.
So, I mean, that was my aha moment for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I was into it as it was, but it just kind of really.
Right.
I think that made me take more chances later on with, cutting this off or trying to make my own chassis or cut the, right now I have a 54 Revell 54 Chevy sedan delivery.
Nice.
And I use the chassis that Max Rat, the Revell, basically it's supposed to be a 66 Chevelle with a little trimming. That chassis fit in there like it was made for it. Normally, I wouldn't try something like that. But now I'm at the point where it's like, if it don't work, well, put it back in the box and come back to it in a minute or two. But I mean, I mean, same thing with my painting. In the beginning, I thought my painting was fabulous. So I went to some of these shows and I'm like, ooh, I better do some more practicing because these guys I'm like 7 years old, you know. But yeah, it's been fun for me. All you know, like I say, I mean, I build most of my builds off what I've seen over the years. Like I say, I was a drag racer in the my early teens. Guys in the neighborhood would have a certain car, and I'd say, you know, you can get a 61 Pontiac, and I'm going to make it look just like that. And that's what I would do. And there was a guy that used to run around. He lived in North Merrick with a 57 Ford convertible, and it was called Alley Oop.
Huh.
The ass end was jacked up about 50 feet in the back. The nose was like dragging in the, and it was like a purple with a white convertible top. And the thing that stuck out to me besides the name was the taillights in 57. He had a round red plastic lens with 2 chrome bullets and 2 red bullets. You know, custom touch with. And he had light pipes on it, which looked ridiculous because of the rake, and spotlights and a tube grill and all that. But that's the kind of stuff, when I'm looking at something, that's what I see when I'm looking at the model kit. Do I want to buy, oh, wait a minute. I want to build that car that I saw when I was, 11, 12, whatever, but that's the way I build. My stuff is early street rod stuff and early customs because all my cousins are older than me at the time. And they all had, custom cars or hot rods and, 56 Chevys with skirts and dummy spotlights and the whole 9 yards.
That was
for the dice, to add down to their duck's tail hairdos and, and that's where I, basically my stuff. I gleaned from what I saw and what my friends had or their cousins or relatives or was in the neighborhood at the time. That's what really,
cool.
like I say, got me going.
Yep.
I got to type my whole story out.
Yeah, I'm going to do that to Bill, too, like I promised him. But getting back to Rich August's point, yeah, me too. I had older cousins, guys in the neighborhood, and that's how they built their cars. Skirts, back ass down, foxtails, dice, cherry bombs, blue dot taillights, stuff that, was cool back then. And I think it's cool now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like to build custom sometimes and put that touch on it.
Yeah,
we built
my father's youngest brother, well, the youngest one in his family, and my father was the oldest. My uncle Jimmy, he's about 9-10 years older than me, and he would always come by, with his stuff, and it was always like that, the antennas and all the crap, and they try to make it a hot rod, but they got fender skirts on it, It's like all different kinds of setups, 2-tone 56 Fords and stuff like that.
My father had a 53 Ford, and in 1960 he had it repainted, and I was already into model building, and he said they all look the same. So I remember we got a tube grill for the 53 Ford with the half moon headlights with a 6-cylinder. He thought that was the coolest look. I thought I was the shits in my neighborhood. Like here I'm 13 years old. My father's got a 53 Ford with a 6-cylinder, stick shift, tube grill. My mother didn't understand why he changed it, but the car did look good. And it was pretty cool. That's what we did back then, bolt-on stuff. Remember, Rich? They used to do the custom work with the doorknobs from the cabinets in the grill.
Oh yeah, doorknobs,
Yeah.
Whatever,
Yeah.
whatever you could find.
Yeah, you did that. That's what they did back then. That was the style. You know, it was so cool back then, and not like today. Everything's a jelly bean car. We all know that,
Oh,
and they all had a different style to it, and you couldn't wait for the next year to see what was going on. In 1963, he bought a brand new car because the car was 10 years old. His cousin won from the sanitation department a '63 Ford Galaxy. My
wow.
father fell in love with that car. And he says, I remember he said, I was already about 15. And he said, you know what? It's time for a new car. My cousin bought that Galaxy. I want a bigger car. We need a 4-door now. No more 2-door. He's old enough. He's not going to jump out of the car. He went to the Fraser Motors, and on his showroom floor, it was like I'm going to say a forest green, a British green, with a black interior, 4-door hardtop. I walked in ahead of them, and I noticed the car, and it had the T-Bird emblems on the bottom, which denoted a 390. My father knew nothing about motors.
Hmm.
Well, guess what? I helped the salesman make the sale. He wanted to test drive it, and the car came to when he test drove with a 289. My father said, this is really a nice car. It rode beautiful. It was pretty peppy, better than a 6-cylinder stick shift. Well, you got the car with like $2,800. When we picked the car up and took it down on Fresh Pond Road, he almost lost control of the car because now he's driving a 390. He goes, this car doesn't feel like a 280, the car I drove with the 8-cylinder. I said, well, it's a brand new car. So is that one. And I'm sitting there. So what do the guys do when they look by a brand new car? His neighbor came over, this guy Ralph, truck driver. They opened the hood up. So he says to my father, so you bought a car so your son could go drag racing. My father said no. He said, it's a motor. He goes, it's kind of big. So I'm just standing there. My father looked at me. He goes, did you know this car had this motor? Well, not really. I saw a Thunderbird emblem, but I didn't know what it meant. So his friend said to me, you are a car whore. You know a lot about cars your age. You knew what he was buying. And I started laughing. I taught my father how to do neutral drop. We go on South Conduit the next day. He just could not stop doing burnouts. I said, you're going to blow the tires in the transmission.
God.
Well, the first time I drove that car, I took it out. I got a ticket. But hey, that was fun back then. He had that car 6 years and someone stole it. He was heartbroken. It was a nice car, though.
Well, I wanted to show the other guys that I hold these up real quick before these. These are 1/64 scale slot cars that I customized. And they're like late 80s Monte Carlos. So that's all I got for Monte Carlos. And I wanted to know if we had any ideas for a theme for next month. Next month. 2 weeks.
No, you were right.
How about Monte Carlos? I'll still show mine. I don't care.
Yeah, if it's hard to come up with a theme every time we get together like this, we could do it every other one. So it would be like a monthly theme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every month.
4 weeks to gather up.
Well, you know me, I don't. I'm always picking out my slot cars, so I'm cheating.
Ernie?
Yes, sir.
What we just building or we just finished? You know.
I know. Well, the stuff I'm showing you is stuff I just finished. I finished over 2 dozen slot car bodies.
Yeah, how about we just do like anything goes, works in progress next week?
Yeah, that's good.
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks.
Ray, Bobby, did you
And we'll come up with a theme for the 4 weeks away.
So we're having a meeting on the 18th, and
Right.
that would be called Anything Goes.
Yeah, works in progress.
Yeah.
Okay. And then on, what is that, July 2nd?
Oh,
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'll tell you right now. July 2nd, yes.
Wow. Depressing.
We'll give mull around for the next 2 weeks. A good theme for July 2nd.
And I also wanted to show the other guys that we talked about this before, that new Harbor Freight
Drill.
4-inch digital caliper instead of a 6-inch. So takes up a little less space on your workbench. It does metric or SAE, and it's only $11.99 with a coupon. So hey,
Just get one
a couple more of each on the slot car boxes.
Could I ask Rich a question? Rich August. Hey, Rich.
Yeah.
Have you been in touch with the where we have our meeting? What's going on with that?
No, I gotta give her a call. See what the
Okay.
hell's going on there.
They should be opening down the road. I mean, we may have to do social distancing or wear a mask, whatever.
You don't know what kind of social distancing they're gonna have.
Well, it's got to be 6 feet apart, but we have the room for that.
Yes,
I
but they may limit the people you can have in the room.
Well, we have an average. Ernie,
Yes, sir.
what do you think of about 25 each meeting?
On the meeting,
25 to 27.
yeah, 25 to 30.
That should be okay, I think. That should be okay. We can
Well,
put,
Long Island will be in stage 4 by the beginning of July. So
really?
by like mid-July, they'll start, opening up rec centers and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
and hopefully we won't have another spike when the fall comes in the flu season. Which I was talking to the cardiologist today, and he goes, "That's the main thing that the medical profession is scared about right now."
Mhm.
Because they're playing catch up with people with their regular appointments. I called. I have his cell number, my father's cardiologist, and I called him because we were having some problems, and he's good. He gets right back to me with that, and that's what he was talking about. So that's what we got to look out for too.
Also, Ernie, I was thinking about these idiots that are rioting and protesting and shit.
Yeah.
That we don't see a spike in that.
Yep, because that's not helping anything.
No, it's not helping anything.
And it's I understand the whole thing, but people are not, and then you're going to have politicians start politicking about that when we got all this other shit going on.
I know, right?
Thank you.
I mean, I understand, okay, yeah, fine, but you don't need to do all this political posturing, and me, I'm the last guy to talk about that stuff. But we don't need to be focusing on that. We need to be focusing on staying alive, because that map I looked at today, I would say 95% of the U.S. was all red. So that's not good looking.
Meaning what, Ernie?
Meaning they're all, centers with all reported cases and everything. Almost, it looked like very small area of the Southwest was the only clear areas, and everything else was all colored in red.
I have a question. This is 20 gauge wire. It's basically bell wire. Can this be used for the heater hoses in a car?
Is it single core?
Yep, solid core.
Solid core, yeah.
Is that the size?
I don't see why not. I don't know about the white, but you could use the red.
Yeah. This is I think
Kinda
it's
thick.
Yeah,
well, that's why I'm asking. I don't know what size the heater hoses are.
20 gauge is not that big. Because 18 gauge is like less than 3/32 of an inch. Matter of fact, I have some 18 gauge wire here right now, and I'll measure it.
You measure it, and I'll get mine, and I'll measure mine.
Well, like this, you're gonna measure yours. Yeah, so I got a controller right here, and I got 18 gauge silicone wire on it.
Hey, Bobby. Hey, Bob.
Wow. Nice guess, Ern. The 18 gauge is about 330 seconds, so that actually might be 330 seconds is more like a radiator hose, I would think.
Okay. Are you measuring fractions, you said?
Well, I measured it with the caliper, and then I put my my scale up against it.
Well,
And
yeah, I have in
330
my,
seconds. It's like 0.75.
well, I could go inches, fractions, or millimeters.
Well, you don't want to use metric. Stick with the SAE.
Okay, so what do you want? What number?
Well, what I came up with here was, yeah, 0.075, which is about 330 seconds of an inch.
Same as yours?
Yeah, well, yours is going to be a little bit smaller because it's 20 gauge. This I just measured is 18 gauge.
Well, I'm guessing this is 20 gauge. Okay.
Doesn't say anything on it.
Hold on. It's very light print.
Usually there's a number, and after the number it will say AWG in capital letters.
Oh, I know. Oh, I didn't even see this. Look at that. All right, let me read it the right way. I just can't find it. I know there's a lot of print here. I think it's 18.
Oh, okay, so that's more like radiator hose size, I would think. I think that would be too big.
Too thick for.
Yeah, because the radiator hose in the model is about 330 second. I would, just eyeballing it.
Okay.
But that
So
would probably be good radiator hose, which is good because you can kink it to the size you want.
Right, but that's with the shielding on it.
Well, you want to leave the insulation on it.
Right.
Because that looks more like rubber.
Mm-hmm. So what do I got to buy? 20?
That's good hook. That's good hook. No, I would think
22?
Smaller. You know what you do? Go online and go look at like Detail Master or something. See what size this stuff is.
They don't give sizes, or else
No.
I'm home free.
Oh, oh. If I got those companies, they're probably cottage industries anyway. That work out of their house. Try Ron Bradley. He might be able to help you with that.
I can't see how to go for my big glasses.
Also, Bobby, I was telling the guys before you came on, I have this link, but it's a very long link. So I'm going to type it out and email it to you. And it's a free streaming thing that Warner Brothers released. And it's all the history of all the Batmobiles.
Oh, really?
All the way back to this crazy looking thing they got now, which everybody says is probably based on a modern Challenger chassis. But it's a square looking flat black thing, but it is what it is. But I figured this way I'll send it to you, and then either you or Bill can put it out to the general membership.
Actually, send it to Bill is a better idea because he'll put it.
Okay.
He wants to put stuff like that in the MCB.
All right.
Hey, well, can I just say one thing, Bobby? Did you get my email?
When?
My email about the how I got started with mono building thing. Did you
When
guys?
did you when did you send it?
I sent it about a day or two ago.
Hold on a minute. I don't remember seeing it.
It was a chain with all the other guys' emails.
Oh wow, I have to.
Well, Rich, you should send it to Bill Murray.
I sent it to the email that Rags originally sent it to.
Right, but send it to Bill because he's going to put it in the bulletin.
Right.
You want to know something? If was it included with another email?
It was included with all the other emails the guys replied to. It was like a reply type of thing. You see like a whole bunch of other emails lumped together.
Did Mike Brennan send in something and Greg Hunt on that page?
Yes.
If it was that was over a week ago, maybe 2 weeks. That was like one of the first things I got. I save everything that I know pertains to liars. Let's see. How did we get started?
I'm going to pull it up on my end.
Okay.
Just a minute. This was the original email you sent.
Right. What's the date?
May 19th.
Okay.
And then Superbird 440 replied 24.
Okay.
And then mine is underneath his.
Okay. I have Superbirds. I just didn't see it.
It's underneath his. Do you see it?
I'm looking for the email. I got a lot of them because people were going back and forth with questions and stuff. How I started, I got Dominick's.
Did we lose audio?
It's awful quiet.
Got the mic off, Bobby.
So, no, I must have hit it accidentally with all the windows. Rich, just resend it. I don't see it on Dominick's page.
I'm doing it now.
Okay, no rush. And then we're gonna send it to Bill.
I just sent it. It should be in your inbox. Your AOL inbox.
All right. Did you send it to Bill?
No, I sent it to you.
All right, I'll send it for you.
I don't know if I have Bill's email address because I changed mine a couple years ago.
Okay. He should have it, but how this got started is because he wanted stuff for the bulletin. And I said, ask the guys to write something. And we're hashing it back and forth. I says, watch how I got started in modeling. And I sent it out. Like, that's how I did it. And
I know.
Some people responded. Some don't even know we're alive. What can I say?
I know.
I told Bill I'm going to do this next month. I got to write it up. I want to include some pictures, too.
You said me.
Hey, guys.
I did not get it. Bill's saying he did not get Richie's because he doesn't have your email address, Bill. I'm talking to Bill. And how did we get started? I got Richie, so I'll forward this right now to Bill. How's that?
Very good. Thank you.
Give me a thumbs up, Bill. Okay, now he got it. Okay, my turn. That's what you started. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, nice size paragraph there. A nice couple of pages.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to read it now because I want to enjoy it.
Right.
I got to finish mine. I have almost 2 pages done, and I just got busy with things in the house, and I was inventorying my models, and I just told Dominic, I stopped and I didn't finish yet.
I was like that. Mine was like that too. I was working on it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And had to, really jog my memory about, highlights during my modeling years.
It's
Because
fun.
I remembered stuff that happened from 2007 to 2008 to 9 and onwards, but the stuff that happened from 2003 to 2006 is kind of fuzzy with me. So
Okay. But it's fun, and I enjoy it. I like
Hey,
hearing
Rich,
stories.
how old are you?
Rich.
Ooh.
Rich.
me,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
27.
27.
He's probably one of the youngest guys in the group.
Hey, Rich, I have paint older than you.
I have paint that's its old 1985 spray paint from my dad's collection.
Hey guys, remember testers used to be 15 cents in that little bottle?
15 cents. I got some bottles that say 9 cents on the cap.
I found one the other day in my paint drawer. I opened it up. Son of a bitch, it's still good.
It's enamel, that's why.
I have to thin it out, but I'm laughing. I said, holy shit.
Yeah, I got one downstairs on my collector's shelf. It says 9 cents on the cap.
Wow. How things have gone all so crazy. Unbelievable. It's, I don't know.
The little bottle, those little 1/3 ounce bottles. Aurora had the racing oil for the the model motoring.
Yeah.
It was 25 cents. And now you find a decent bottle of it that's about 2/3 full at a show. How much for that bottle? $10, 15
Unbelievable. What happened?
bucks.
Listen, Ernie, remember you could buy a car for $100 at the
Oh, yeah.
junkyard, and fucking models cost more than that now.
Oh,
I know.
It's insane. They said the other day, I leased my wife's car, okay, because they gave me a good deal on lease, so we signed the paperwork, and I saw the list price of the car, $52,000. I said my first house was $15,000 less than that, and I had 9 rooms, and I rented upstairs. Where did we go wrong? What happened?
This house I'm in now, my father bought in 1952. It's 11.5
God,
on 80 by 100 in Massapequa Park.
that house now 500,000 easy,
Oh yeah,
easy. What are your taxes?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
If they say down the road when both of them are gone and I'm still breathing, say I wanted to take over this house, I couldn't afford it. No way. I couldn't even afford the taxes because everything would go way up again. Even though I would still be a senior already,
Right,
but
you're right.
my father's got all these discounts, first buyer,
Absolutely
all
right.
the STAR program, the veterans, all this stuff. I don't have those discounts.
Wow.
Even my brother and I living here together would not be able to afford to run this house.
Wow.
We sure as hell wouldn't have gigantic cable bill. That's for sure.
Oh my God, that's another ripoff.
That's one of my biggest bills.
Yep, me too. Me
I
too.
got 4 boxes, and the only thing we don't have is HBO.
Boxes.
Yeah, I gotta
Nice.
take the cable box that's in the basement, hooked up to an old 25-inch TV on my big workbench, which I can't even get to right now. And I'm gonna take that cable box and I'm gonna go on the other side of the house in the basement and run the wire up into my father's and mother's bedroom. So he's got this little 13-inch flat screen he bought, so he could go sit in there and watch Channel 12 News until he falls asleep. He puts that on all the time. I said, nobody wants to sit here and listen to all this doom and gloom.
I'm tired of watching this shit. Hey, Dominic.
Yeah, I'm
You
here.
there?
I'm here.
Listen to this. The 30 millimeter liquid chrome refill is like
Okay.
$35.
Okay. This was $1 an ounce.
Probably. God, worse than steak. How much can you do with 30 millimeters?
Well, hold on a second.
30 millimeters sounds like the brush size.
No, it's the refill.
Oh, that's the refill?
It's probably milliliters, right? ML?
Milliliters.
Okay.
All right. So let's see if this is if the Molotov says how much is in here.
What size are you looking at, Tom?
I'm looking
Oh,
at the pen. I have the pen here. This is the 4 millimeter wide pen.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Right.
And I'm looking for ounces.
Yeah, it doesn't have anything on it. Well, they're all out of the package, the ones I got.
Well, how much is a standard? How many ounces is a standard
Paint marker?
paint jar? No, like one of these tester's jars.
I think it's 1/3.
So this is 7.4 milliliters. So I'd say there's probably about 5 or 6 milliliters in the pen. So those pens are $10 a piece.
Very expensive.
So just to get to 35, you'd have to get 7 of the things.
Okay.
So yes, that's $70. So that's
Yeah.
about half the price of what it is in the pens.
But how much would you be able to use? I mean, can you do like a motor or bumpers or
With 35 milliliters,
30?
30 milliliters.
Yeah.
I would say if this is a quarter fluid ounce, you could do a lot. Probably, yeah, you probably do quite a few bumpers and stuff. I'd say 20 or 30 of them at least.
Okay.
Plus maybe, half a dozen motors. Or
But
more.
then I'm thinking right now as we're talking, what kind of primer do you use? A base of black, like with the alcohol?
No, because I've actually used the chrome pens right over bare resin, bare plastic. You don't have to undercoat them.
But then you can't clear them.
No, there's somebody's trying to develop a clear that will work over it.
I wonder if the water-based clear, like for outlet, if that would work.
I don't know.
Put clear over it, it's going to turn it to look aluminum.
Yeah, right. I know that's a fact. Okay. But
Yeah.
Richie, when they dry, you could touch it, right?
Yeah, you could touch them.
I saw this online somewhere for the chrome pens, Liquitex, Liquitex, high gloss varnish can be put over it to keep it from, getting fingerprints on it or whatever. But it's a varnish. I guess it's clear, but it's a high gloss varnish.
Okay.
To go over those chrome.
I just had a thought as we're talking. I did inside trim on my bay window seat with polyurethane water-based clear, but inside the house. I was wondering if that would work.
Try it on a test piece.
Exactly. That just popped into my head. Because it's a water-based clear. I didn't use an oil-based inside the house. And it came out beautiful. See, this is better. This is like a tech session in the meeting. Oh, okay.
And I'm texting Bill.
I want to do that 55 Ford convertible. As I said before, the bumpers and the grill are molded into the resin. So, I want to.
Custom or stock?
It's a stock body with a Continental kit and fender skirts. and it came with the tub, you know, the dashboard, the glass. I ordered it years ago. It's still good in the box. I forgot I had it, like everything else.
We could
Never-
also make it a wild custom that has, monochrome bumpers and stuff.
I'm more of the 50s, Richie. I'm more of the 50s type customs. I know what you're saying. I thought about that.
But I've seen some 50s customs that had, like, the bumpers painted on and stuff.
Yeah. There's different ways you could do that. I got to think about it. I got so much to. I ordered more models, and I don't know why I did. But being locked up in a house, I get on eBay, and that's my nemesis.
I was locked up in the house too, but I had a whole closet full of models I accumulated over the years. So it was a good thing I had that stock, even though I wasn't able to build it right away. But now I was able to take down a good chunk of it.
Okay, good. Yeah, I got to get back to it seriously building next couple of weeks every day. Screw it. Screw the world.
Rich Manry, that stealth I wanted to give you,
Yeah.
I definitely must have sold it because I went through every single box and I did my inventory. That's where I was going before. Did my inventory, it's gone.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I wanted to give it to you because you were gonna build it.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
If you don't have it, you don't have it. That's that.
Maybe I'll buy you one.
Hey, what are you going to buy me?
Oh, you're too expensive.
No, I'm not.
He builds tuners and that's what he likes, and I don't like them, so I just gave it to him.
I know.
Well, I don't just build tuners. I build other imports, 6 various.
Well, yeah, we call them tuners. I call them tuners.
Yeah.
Well, I have some American cars. I built Mustangs. I like some Pontiac Trans Ams.
Right.
I like an Impala and stuff. Whatever makes a good custom,
So how many kits did you finish since you're home?
I finished about 20.
And you didn't show them?
I've showed them over the various meetings.
Oh, 20 models?
Remember the Oldsmobile, the 27 Olds?
I can't remember what I just ate for dinner. You want me to remember that?
I didn't eat any yet.
Hey, Bobby,
Yeah.
on that website of Model Roundup,
Yeah.
they have a detail set. I believe it's parts by parts.
Yeah. They sell a lot of aftermarket stuff there.
Red heater hose, black heater hose, red battery cable.
Yeah, I already made a list of what I'm trying to find out.
That would give you exactly what you need.
Right. But there's different sizes.
Well, basically, radiator hose are purely same size and all.
Radiator hoses, correct me if I'm wrong, were 2.5 inches to an inch. Something like that. They have different size radiator hoses.
Right.
Well, wait, I'm trying to think. I have to go back to the site now.
I know. No.
It's not one size. That I know.
Yeah, I know, but I can't see it being smaller than a 2 inches ID because.
Unless they were incorporating the heater hoses with the radiator hose.
Oh yeah, heater hoses. Yeah.
Okay, and it was what Pat said. Parts by Parks has packages of these things.
Yes, they are including it. The radiator
Okay.
hose.
I went on the Molotov website just now. They got a lot of different stuff on there. If you want to check it out, it's just molotov.com. So you can check that out later.
What do they have?
They got a whole bunch of stuff, all the different types of markers and paints and all that stuff they got. But then again, it's a worldwide company. It's out of Germany, so you got to find out what you can get here. I was surprised they have at least the 3 different sizes of the chrome pens in the Hobby Lobby, so you can bang it in there with the coupon every time,
Yes.
Right, but the Hobby Lobby's closed.
Well, yeah, but they should be opening soon.
Right. Well, don't they have that item on their website, or they don't have certain items on their website?
Yeah, I don't know because I typically go in there to pick up the Auto World slot cars with the coupon,
Right.
so I could part them out. And if you order the slot cars online, you're not guaranteed what you're going to get. You could say you want the 70 Mustang, but they won't guarantee you what color you're going to get, whether it's going to be a regular one or a
Sometimes they
Sportster
have,
too. They don't guarantee you what you get.
Items as assortments.
Yeah, but they won't guarantee you what they'll ship you like a 55 Chevy, but you don't know what it's going to look like until you get it.
I know.
I don't buy stuff like that.
32 Ford Van and Vicky. I built that a long time ago. I built that a long time ago. It's a very nice kit.
What kit?
The Phantom Vicky you got.
You know what? I wanted to see what was in here for a moment. I was thinking maybe of a different kit. You think it's in the top? Oh, there it is. I was going to use it for something else.
It's got a nice 4.6 double overhead cam motor.
Right, and it's nice tires too and wheels.
Yeah, up my alley. Yeah.
Trying to get the light out of the way.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. It's a nice engine.
Yeah, it's a very nice engine.
Let me see, Bobby. Oh. Let's see. I missed it. Come on, move. Let's go. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Oh, this came out in what, 98?
Got that weird roof.
Yeah, well, you don't have to put it on.
I know.
99.
Yeah.
99.
No, it's tempted to buy today. The double dragster kit. The Fiat body. The Tupolio
Yeah.
body. Dragster. I was tempted to buy that today.
Yeah, you get that Topolino body.
I love that stuff. I love that. I have a 1/64 scale of STP. I'll show you next time. The car carrier and the Tupolio body on it. It's still in a bubble wrap. I bought it in Toys R Us a couple of years ago.
Interesting.
$9.
I know you guys may not believe this, but I happened to jump on eBay this week talking to Patty about his F85, and I came across the AMT Sunbeam Tiger. One guy was selling it for $85. They sold for high prices. You know what those are going for? The scale is very wide.
What?
What Ernie is showing.
Sunbeam Tiger?
Yeah. I'm gonna quote you some sold prices.
That was a couple of years ago.
No, just very recent. Oh, it came out as 17 or 16.
And reflection. Is it getting washed out?
No, it's good.
It's okay.
Yeah, this is actually just the box. I got a bunch of stuff from a friend in the box because the way they made the box where it's like a frameable cover picture, the artwork, nice. And I always liked it. You know me. The reason I like this, it's got a small block Ford in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I always like it. Like a poor-man Cobra. And I'm waiting on that pizza. Let me tell you. Who's going to the diner?
Let's go. Come on. Sounds good.
I'm hungry.
This guy is
I
got it on.
delivered the pizza 3 hours ago. Everybody else already had dinner. I'm upstairs here with the door shut. At least the AC kicked in now after running for 4 hours. Nice. In the house now.
Hey, Rag. Bobby,
Yeah, I'm here.
can I get that Ford wagon?
What about it?
You use too much money?
I think it's too much money, but it depends on how rare it is. I know they made them. My father owned the 1960 Galaxy, which is almost identical to it. I know the car.
Yeah.
My brother had one, a Starliner.
Right, and that's a two-door, right?
That's a two-door hardtop with a very thin pillar.
Right. My
Yeah.
friend had a Ford Galaxy.
My uncle had a 4-door sedan, silver body with a white roof and a salt and pepper interior. Brand new.
Ernie,
Yes, sir.
the Starliner was the hardtop. The Sunliner was the convertible.
Right. The Sunliner in the Fords is always the convertible. They always
And
called it Sunliners. Even back in 55, 54s.
On the rear post coming down, it had like emblems.
Yeah, the little 3 little chrome star things, like
Man, those were the days, boy.
very six. My brother had a yellow one with a black interior, and somebody had put it in a 289 with a 4-speed, and he was thinking about putting a 390, and then he ended up selling it.
Those were the days.
What is that, Rich? What is that? Binoculars?
Someone made their homemade turbos on an 82 Firebird.
Homemade turbos. What are they? 197 millimeter turbos. My God.
Look at all the crazy shit you can find online. I was looking up 2JZ engine swaps, and I found some really cool ones. And this friggin' ass monstrosity came up.
Wasn't Pat supposed to be here tonight?
No,
said
she texted me, said she wasn't coming on tonight for some reason.
Oh, no problem. I said.
Oh yeah, you weren't on yet. It was just
No.
me,
Okay.
Pat, and Dominic.
I was just trying to help her out.
Yeah, she had texted me. Yeah, I thought she wanted to talk about the food
Donations.
donation thing. So we'll wait until next time and let her present that.
That's fine.
When's the next meeting?
18.
2 weeks. 2 weeks, right? Yeah.
And it's bills that you've been working on, or anything goes, or something like that.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Works in progress.
Works in progress. I gotta try to remember that. Got that, Bill Murray? He's on YouTube.
Well, hopefully, May 1st.
I filled up one whole page with all this, all our attendance sheet and notes since we started doing this. I'm gonna start a new page next time.
I'll show my face since he always makes fun of me for not getting on camera. You still watching, Bill?
So we got me.
Oh yeah, Bill.
Me, Dom, and Pat all got the shiny forehead.
I texted him and what did he say? I asked him if he was enjoying it before, and he says, "Yeah, I'm taking notes."
It's all gray here. It looks like there's no hair on it.
Yeah, I don't know why. I always look like I have less hair in pictures than I do in person.
I know. Whenever somebody comes and takes videos of the band while I'm playing the drums and singing, and I'm looking, I was like, "Who's the bald guy?"
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, the hair's not sticking to it.
I had my
what do you
friend
got?
give me a haircut last week, and she did a pretty damn good job.
My wife always cuts my hair. She give me a
Oh,
haircut.
I couldn't take it anymore. It was all over the place.
I said, it's kind of thin on top. She gives me a mirror. She says, you're freaking bald on top.
Less work for her.
I'm getting ready to start with the ponytail ties again.
I had it down. I had it down going to my shoulders. It was
Another couple of weeks.
shit out of me. It looked like Bozo. She did the shoulders the whole bit. She said, it's time to wear summer clothes. I said, well, she showed me the top. I said, that's depressing. I thought I had hair up there, but oh well.
Don't worry about it. Less wind resistance when you got the top down.
Seriously. Well, I would wear a hat. God. And now I saw my neighbor the other day. I said, God, she looks old. She had blonde hair. Now she's all gray. I said, wow, all these women look good old. They need hair. My wife, too. She needs a hair dye. The Manny or Petty.
Oh yeah, my my mother's driving me crazy. When are they going to allow us to go to the hair salon? I said, forget it. That ain't going to happen. The only people getting haircuts now are people who they'll either come to your house and do it, or you go to their house and do it.
What a world.
Places are closed.
What a world. What a world. What are you gonna do?
Rich August, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
He's there.
Thanks.
I'm gonna get ready to check out because I've been on for
Yeah.
3 hours and I'm starving.
Rich, thanks for telling that story. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was.
Yeah, very nice guy.
Yep,
Hey,
thank
Pat,
you.
while you're on here, are you looking for one of those double dragster kits? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm thinking about buying it. Why?
Because I have 3.
Oh, how much?
Huh?
What are they, new kids?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How much can I give you for it? $5 or what?
Get it up there, Rich. Get it up there.
How much?
$20. 20.
Wow, such a deal. What are you selling?
What did I
Tires?
hear what he said?
$20.
What?
5 plus the 20.
20?
5 plus the 20.
Hello?
Yeah, what about it? I said $20.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take it.
I'll take payment.
Yeah, I can squeeze it out. I'll take payment. Oh, sure.
Listen, before
I can squeeze. No, Rich, I may be in Levittown tomorrow. Are you home in the afternoon?
Where's he going?
I may pass by tomorrow, okay?
Yeah.
hey Pat, if you're gonna go there, if you let me
What?
know, if you want, I'll go over there and I'll bring the box with all the seats and you can look through them.
You know what? That's a good idea. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, tomorrow's Friday, right? Yeah.
What time? I'm thinking about 4:00.
Works for me. Ain't no heavy traffic right now. And it's not far from me. You're the one that's traveling.
Yeah,
I'm at Richard's house for 15 minutes.
Rich, is that good for you? 4:00?
Fine.
Good?
He said, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, I didn't hear Bobby.
Put your volume.
All right, good. Yeah, I have a little way up. That's the problem. Okay, cool. Then I'll be there 4:00 tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay,
Sounds good.
Ernie?
Yeah,
Ernie?
it should be good. Because it's going to be crappy weather tomorrow. And we were going to sit outside. I was going to bring my parents over to my sister's for her birthday, but I don't think we're going to be doing that. So
Oh, it's gonna rain?
supposed to be crappy weather. Just all right. Yeah, I'm planning on it. I wrote myself a note. So
Ernie, do you have any consoles?
yeah, lots.
Really? Okay.
All right,
I want to do
I'll bring those
I want to
boxes
do
too.
a Ford wagon with bucket seats and a console.
Well, I got lots of consoles and lots of seats and shifters and all that kind of crap.
Oh,
So I have to go in the garage and I'll just grab a couple of the boxes and we'll open up a resin table over at Richie's.
oh man.
I guess in the carport or something and do it because if it's raining out.
Well, I don't know if it's gonna rain. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, it's nice Saturday. We'll want to go out for bed Saturday night.
Is there space in the garage at your house, Rich? Or is there somewhere where we could be outside and open up a resin table and go through some parts?
Yeah, why not? We'll figure out something.
Okay.
Great. Oh man, Ernie, that's great, man. Because I only have 2 bucket seats, and I want to get 4 to match. And I don't have any consoles.
Well, like Mr. T told Rocky, I got a lot of more.
Okie doke.
I got a lot of more.
These meetings are not bad. I like it. We have tech sessions, the whole bit. We talk about model cars. This is great. Love it. Love it. Can't wait to go downstairs now and start finish building.
Just think if we could get more guys to join this. But well,
Yeah, wouldn't that be good?
I talked to Lenny. He said he's not interested in doing the computer thing.
This is what we should have when we go back to the meetings. Tech sessions, talking, swapping stuff, buying stuff. You know, this is what we should do. Because you're never too old to learn. No matter how think you good you are, you always can get better. Right, Dominic?
that's right.
You know, as someone told me, if we all were good, then we will be average. So the thing is to try and build better, paint, whatnot. You know, it's a fun hobby, and you have to build for yourself. You can't build. You cannot build the thing. I want to win a trophy. No, you have to build what makes you happy.
I know.
And if you win a trophy, great. If you don't, oh well. You had fun building.
That's exactly it.
Basically, you know.
That's what the musicians we say. If we were all great, we'd all be average.
Well,
When Phil Melfi
Musicians.
when Phil Melfi started the club, that was the main goal. Have fun.
have fun. Now, I can't paint like this guy Val Sanchez. I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
paint jobs. Maybe if I learn and I see how it's done, it's not my style. I love what he does, but it's not my thing. I like to build 50s paint jobs, candy apples, the whole bit, you know, flames. But I admire him. Like last Saturday at Cabtree, I'm talking to the guys with tuner cars. They were beautiful. I don't understand why they cast the tires out, because that just cheats up. But that's the style.
Yeah.
One guy had a white Nissan with red wheels and about a half an inch of rubber, low profile. It looked like a slot car.
Hey.
His sound system was incredible. Okay. But you know what? He's a car guy. I appreciate that. I appreciate guys build models, and I see the paint jobs. Some better than mine, some worse than mine. You build for yourself. That's the key. You have to have fun. If it doesn't come out good, so what? The next one will come out better. That's it. You know, as long as you have fun. You know. That's
Hey guys, I'm getting ready to hang it up.
All right, Ernie, Rich, I'll see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
All right, guys.
Thank
Thank you.
And thank
Take
you,
care.
guys. I'll see you tomorrow, Ernie. Thank you.